हेलो गाइस, चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं।
is unique for Z along all the paths on which Z tends to 0 is unique, then limit exists, else does not exist. This is what you have to understand from this graph. Please take that. I will take that. शुक्ला ऐसा नहीं होता है इसलिए। So I hope you have copied that. So now please write down the point here, everyone, and take a point. If the limit value of f of z, if the limit value of f of z, if the limit value of f of z along all the paths, if the limit value of f of z along all the paths on which z tends to 0, is unique, then limit exists. Is unique, then limit exists. Else does not exist. We will do the problems on this. Just please take down the graph. The limit value of f of z along all the paths on which z tends to 0, along all the paths on which z tends to 0, is unique. Then limit exists. Else does not exist. Is 0. X, y, y, x square plus y square is 0. Now, whether the limit exists or not. Let's see now. Now here. There are many paths you can take. And when I take y is equal to mx, everybody knows that if m varies, the line also varies or not. Yes. So like that, only the lines are infinite. Only the parabolas are infinite because they are not infinite. So therefore here, so we'll take y is equal to mx onto this. Along y is equal to mx, so comes to 0 as x tends to 0. Right? So now I'll take as limit y is equal to mx tends to 0 and x tends to 0 and xy. So that is x into mx by x square plus y square. X square plus y square. What is y square with that? Mx. M square, x square here. So x square gets cancelled here. And then you are getting a value that is m plus m by 1 plus m square degree. Now it is very clearly understood here. The limit value of this function is not unique. Right? The limit value is not unique because if m varies, the limit value is. So as I said, as m varies, seems to have a wrong assumption, but always does not exist. No. Let's see some more questions here. Question 2 z tends to 0 by. Okay. Z bar by Z clear. In this case, so as Z bar is there, so you are supposed to write it as like this. So limit x tends to 0, y tends to 0, then x minus I y x plus I y. So when the function is written in terms of x and y, so then we apply this part. We apply this limit part. Okay. So now I take it as here along y is equal to mx. I take it. So y is equal to mx tends to 0 and x tends to 0. So this becomes h minus I mx by here h plus I mx here. So x and x gets cancelled here. So you are getting this one as 1 minus iota m by 1 plus iota m. 1 minus iota m by 1 plus iota m. So this limit does not exist because if m varies, the limit value varies. It depends on m. The limit value depends on m. मैंने आपको y पर mx ऐसा भी ले सकता हूँ, 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 ऐसा भी. There are so many y पर mx I can take it here. बहुत सारा y पर mx I can take. But हर एक पॉइंट पे z tends to 0 only. यहाँ पर भी z tends to 0, यहाँ पर भी, यहाँ पर भी, यहाँ पर. All these parts z tends to 0 only, but the limit is not unique. That's what. So is not unique. Is not unique. Right? Therefore, limit does not. Limit does not exist. Okay. The next I go for. Does not exist. Okay. I'll go for another question here. I'm sorry. So limit here z tends to 0. Limit x tends to 0, y tends to 0, 0. cube minus y cube by root x minus root y. So what is this limit value is equal to? What is this limit value is equal to? Now in this one here, let us see here. Let me take the same y equal to mx. See, not only y equal to mx, मैं y equal to mx लेने का नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. आप y equal to mx square ले सकते हैं, mx cube ले सकते हैं, जो चाहे वो ले सकते हैं. Any thing you take. But the limit value, whatever you should take, it must be unique here. It does not. It should not depend on the part. It should not depend on the part. Then only the limit exists, right? So anyway, so the limit x tends to 0. So now I will take again along y is equal to mx. Here we take the limit y is equal to mx tends to 0 and x tends to 0. Then this one is x cube minus n cube by here root x minus root mx. Root x minus root mx. So now, so if you take this, the maximum root x is common. Limit x tends to 0. Yeah. X cube common आता है, so 1 minus n cube by here. What do you get? It is root x is common here. Then 1 minus root n you are getting. So yeah. So now this is not completely gets cancelled here, right? So but as x tends to 0 apply onto this. So 0 into 1 minus n cube by 1 minus root n is absolutely 0. Now you see this here. इसका लिमिट वैल्यू जो है ये n वैल्यू पर डिपेंड नहीं करता क्योंकि डिग्री ऑफ दिस न्यूमरेटर इज मोर देन द डिग्री ऑफ डिनोमिनेटर. ठीक है, ये x पर डिपेंड करता है. यहाँ पर अगर x बचता है तो x टेंड्स टू 0 हो जाता है तो आपको 0 है. तो लिमिट वैल्यू ऑफ दिस फंक्शन इज 0. आप चाहे जो भी एनी पार्ट यू टेक इट हियर, पैराबोला लो, क्यूबिक क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल लो, एनीथिंग यू टेक. तो बट हियर एज द डिग्री ऑफ द न्यूमरेटर इज मोर देन द डिग्री ऑफ डिनोमिनेटर, तो x को पूरा कैंसिल नहीं कर पाता है. तो इसी की वजह से आपको जब तक x है तो x टेंड्स टू 0 करेगा, तो जिसकी वजह से पूरा 0 into anything becomes 0. So that was the main criteria that how you are getting a limit here, and here also does not. Okay. So now I can say that. So since along all the parts on which z tends to 0, along all the parts on which z tends to 0, the limit value is unique, because it does not depend. I think you have got the points on the limit here, right? So now let's move on to there is one point is that please write down. See, मेरा dictation जो होता है ना, जब dictate करता हूँ ना तभी लिखना. Please don't ask me to repeat. Okay? So please write down the necessary and sufficient condition. 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 For the function f of z is equal to u plus iv. For the function f of z is equal to u plus iv to be f of z is equal to u plus iv to be continuous is that both the real functions that both the real functions u and v are continuous. U and v are continuous. मतलब ये है बेटा both real functions u and v are continuous. Both real functions u and v are continuous. Both real functions u and v are continuous. Okay? तो मतलब ये है बेटा कोई भी फंक्शन देखना वो कंटिन्यूस है कि नहीं कैसे बता सकता है? तो वो उसका रियल पार्ट और इमेजिनरी पार्ट देख लीजिए. और अगर रियल पार्ट का तो कोई कंटिन्यूस करो बन जाता है और इमेजिनरी पार्ट का भी कोई कंटिन्यूस करो बन जाता है, तो आप कह सकते हैं कि वो कंटिन्यूस है. मतलब that u and v must be defined for all values of function. Suppose if u is not defined at some point, then it is not continuous at all. Those who don't know, please understand. अगर u कहीं ना कहीं वो डिफाइन नहीं है, जैसे u इक्वल 1/x है, अगर मैं x इक्वल टू 0 पुट करता हूँ u बिकम डिफाइन, वो डिफाइन नहीं है. So u is not always continuous. U is continuous everywhere, but not at 0. As of now, u must be continuous and v must be continuous. Now I'll take an example here. F of z is equal to u plus iv is here x square minus xy. X square minus xy. Now आप थोड़ा ध्यान से देखिएगा, x square is the real function and xy minus xy is the another function. X square is the parabola, ये तो स्मूथ करने तो कंटिन्यूस है. XY is the hyperbola, so xy तो पक्का वो भी. So it gives always a final value for all x comma y. So therefore xy is also well defined. So these two are continuous. So that implies f of z is also continuous. Simple. इतना simple समझना है. Next one is the very important definition. ये सबसे very important definition. That is analytic function. So please take the heading of analytic function. Please take the analytic function. if f of z is equal to u plus iv, if f of z is equal to u plus iv, if f of z is equal to u plus iv, is defined and differentiable. Is defined and differentiable. If f of z is equal to u plus iv is defined and differentiable at each and every point of the domain. of the domain, then f of z is analytic in the domain. In the domain. Okay? That means if f of z is defined and differentiable, so it is analytic function. If f of z is not defined or not differentiable somewhere, so then we say that it is not analytic function. As long as it is defined and differentiable, it is analytic function. अगर कहीं ना कहीं कोई ना कोई पॉइंट पे वो डिफाइन नहीं है और डिफरेंशियल भी नहीं है, तो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज नॉट एनालिटिक फंक्शन. ओके, इसका कुछ एग्जांपल बताओ सर. ऐसा होता नहीं होता? तो ये हम समझने के लिए हम ऐसा करेंगे. आई टेक एन एग्जांपल. देयर फंक्शन इज नॉट एनालिटिक. ये कहना एनालिटिक नहीं, मैं एग्जांपल दूंगा. So before that, you take a point, take a definition. That singular point or called as singularity. Singularity. Right. So what is the definition of this case? The point is the point is the f of z is not analytic. Not analytic is the singular point. The point at which f of z is not analytic. Yes, Aditya. Day before yesterday, class was only 2 hours. That's when 6 to 8 was 8:30 to 8. Yes, right. So यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? Point actually f of z is not analytic is called as f of z is called as singular point. डोमेन मतलब सारे आएगा. अच्छा, if this is the correct definition, please you can take that. You know this is important. Okay. Try it. मैंने day before yesterday I cancelled the class at after the day right करता हूँ. उसके बारे में पूछना था. आदित्य. अगर आप इसको गूगल मारते हो तो टेक्स्ट बुक रेफर करते हो तो ये आपका नहीं होगा. बट ये भी याद रखना मैं जो क्या रहा हूँ वो चीज़ सारे टेक्स्ट बुक में भी नहीं हो सकता. टेक्स्ट बुक में नहीं हो सकता. इधर क्या करेंगे? The point at which f of z is not analytic. Now I will take an example here. f of z is equal to z by z minus a. Now you can see this z by z minus a is not defined when the denominator becomes 0. So therefore I can say this is not analytic. Not analytic. Okay? If z minus a becomes 0. So therefore here z is equal to a is the singularity of z. Okay? So this is how you have to understand. पूछ रहे हैं क्या? ऐसा पूछने जैसे नहीं है बेटा. अनन्य तो ये पूछने जैसे नहीं है बेटा. वो भी सही है मगर उसका जो रिप्रेजेंटेशन अलग है. ठीक है. वो पूरा कॉम्प्लेक्स डोमेन को लेकर बोल रहा है. तो मैं छोटी सी डोमेन को भी अप्लाई करने जैसे बोल रहा हूँ. ठीक है. ये बात है. हाँ, बिकॉज एज यू पीपल डोंट अंडरस्टैंड एंड डोंट नो द रिलेटेड नेबरहुड्स एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स, कुछ भी पता नहीं आपको. ठीक है. वो आप कोई भी वाल्टर रोडिंग जैसे कॉम्प्लेक्स फंक्शन का टेक्स्ट बुक लेते हैं तो तब आपको समझ में आएगा वो रिलेटेड नेबरहुड क्या होता है. राइट. दिस इज करेक्ट डेफिनेशन मीन्स. So if that is the correct definition, so that is also a correct definition, but it should be when the complete complex domain is taken. ठीक है. ये देखो ये कहाँ डिफाइन नहीं है. when the denominator becomes 0 ये डिफाइन नहीं है. So therefore there is equal to ये infinity बन जाता है. So therefore there is equal to the singularity of function. Now to take the examples of the entire function, please take the example of definition of entire function. Entire function. एंटायर फंक्शन क्या होता है? एंटायर फंक्शन which is analytic everywhere in complex domain is called entire function. मतलब not here and there, everywhere throughout the complex domain, at every point it must be analytic. Such functions are called as entire functions. So do you want to take the examples? Please take them. Cos z, sin z, e power z, and z power n, where n belongs to z plus. N belongs to z plus. Okay. Now we can take polynomial z. Polynomial z or the entire functions. Entire functions. So these are the entire functions. बेटा इसके लिए कोई कंडीशन नहीं होगा, कुछ नहीं होगा. वो अगर वो मिलता है तो सीधा बताना है that they are negative. Because they are well defined at all the points here, at all the points of the complex domain. Sin, cos, t power z, z power n, polynomial in z, are the entire functions. Are the entire functions here. Are the entire functions here. Okay. So now we'll take the concept of there is a necessary and sufficient conditions. Please take down. This is also one of the fifth five-star one. Please take down the necessary and sufficient conditions. But above z is equal to u plus ib to be analytic in a domain D. Okay. The first point is that the ux, uy, dx, dy are continuous in D. Continuous in D. Now the next point is that the Cauchy-Riemann equations hold. Cauchy-Riemann equation holds true. Cauchy-Riemann equation holds true. So what are the Cauchy-Riemann equations out here? That is ux is equal to dy and uy is equal to minus dx here. So if these equations are getting satisfied, if these derivatives exist and these equations are satisfied, then we can say that this function f of z is analytic. Okay? Now, if these satisfied, analytic function. If it is analytic, then this is satisfied. So it's a necessary and sufficient condition. If this happens, then this happens. If this happens, then that happens. Okay? So याद रखना बेटा इसके ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन भी आता है. Well, so now suppose the function f of z is he said that it is analytic. Then find something we can. So can I say since it is an analytic function, can I say it will satisfy the CR equation? Yeah. As per this condition, अगर वो analytic है तो CR equation को satisfy करता है. अगर कोई भी फंक्शन को या analytic function है कि ना क्या होगा पूछा. How do you judge the function f of z is analytic or not? ये इस लेवल checking these two conditions. First directly we go for CR equation. अगर CR equation so CR equation will satisfy that. So then we can say that the function is analytic. If the function is analytic, we can use CR equation. If CR equations are satisfied, we can confirm that the function is analytic. Okay, so that will be. So this is about a very important one. So please take down this and we'll go for problem solving. N belongs to positive integers. Y bar vilas. N belongs to positive integer. Z plus means positive integer. अच्छा किसी को समझ में नहीं आया तो लिख देते हैं n belongs to z plus means n is a positive integer. कोई नंबर सेट के रिलेट कर रहा है ना तो z plus means positive integer. Z plus means positive integer. Okay. So now okay right. Now let us do one question on this here. That here is given that the question is that then the question if you see that then the question is given that f of z is a complex analytic function then a and b are 1. So given that here to find out this a and b, question number 10 beta, please all of you look into question number 10. What is given in the question number 10 beta? If f of z is an analytic function, then what is the value of a and b? So to find the a and b, what is the hint is given here? It is an analytic function. So when do you say that it is an analytic function beta? Then CR equation satisfied. Correct? And now given f of z is analytic. अगर वो analytic है तो CR equation holds good or not? CR equation holds good. Equation holds. So that means this implies ux is equal to dy and uy is equal to minus uy is equal to minus. So now my question is that what is ux? यहाँ ux क्या है? So ux is nothing but dou u by dou x. So what is dou u by dou x बेटा? 2x plus ay. So it is 2x plus ay is equal to v1. What is v1 here? इट इज dx plus 2 dx plus 2y, है ना? From this we can write this. Now from this I can write a is equal to 2. So a is equal to 2. Then again d is equal to what? 2, right? So a is equal to 2, d is equal to 2. You got it from this. Now so uy. So what is uy beta? So ये ax है plus 2by is equal to minus of vx. Vx means what? It is 2cx, right? ये 2cx plus dy. So, so what's happening here is, so here you are equating here. So 2b is equal to minus b. But what is b is equal to 2? That is the substituting here. So b gives you what? b is equal to minus 1 1. b is equal to minus 1 1. And a b d आएगा. अब c क्या होगा? c मतलब from this I can say a is equal to minus 2c. but ये कितना आएगा? minus 2. So that is the substituting here. So 2 is equal to minus 2c. So c is equal to minus 1. So this is how you are finding the a b c d values. अच्छा मैंने 11th क्वेश्चन किया क्या? सॉरी 11th क्वेश्चन किया था मैंने 10th वाला नहीं किया 10th वाला. Actually I have solved this question for 11. Question number 11 I have done it. So if I do this now, so you can do the 10th one easily, right? Yes. सर एनालिटिक और एंटायर फंक्शन में डिफरेंस क्या है? सर डिफरेंस ये है बेटा, अगर एक फंक्शन है वो डिफाइंड एंड डिफरेंशिएबल एक सर्किल में होता है, मगर सर्किल के बाहर वो डिफाइंड नहीं होता. तो सर्किल के अंदर वो डिफाइंड तो वो एनालिटिक होता है. ठीक है, अगर ऐसा कोई फंक्शन है वो सर्किल के बाहर हो, सर्किल के अंदर हो, कहीं पर भी हो, वो एनालिटिक है. एवरीवेयर इट इज एनालिटिक इज कॉल्ड एंटायर. नाउ आई सिंपली से लाइक दिस एंड every entire function is an analytic function, but every analytic function is need not to be entire function. because entire का डोमेन बहुत बड़ा है और analytic function का डोमेन छोटा भी हो सकता है. ठीक है. Yes, ux, uy, dx, dy are continuous. C, y, and t continuous in domain D. continuous in domain D. That means they are well defined. Yes, Himanshu. ठीक है. Okay. Okay. So this is how this analytic function definition is used. Now, what is the CR, polar form of CR? Polar form of CR. Polar form of CR. CR is essentially polar form. If f of r into e to the power of I theta is equal to u of r comma theta plus I v of r comma theta, okay, is analytic. Do one thing, don't get it. That's not it. F of equal is analytic. Okay, if I only this, if I only this, CR equation first. CR equation first. That is, yes, what are the CR equations are there? Dou u by dou r is equal to 1 by r dou v by dou theta, and dou v by dou r is equal to minus 1 by r dou v by dou theta. ठीक है. minus 1 by r into dou v by dou theta. So these are the CR equations in polar form. It was a direct question in the ESE exam. ये direct question पूछा था. उस साल में एक बार क्या आया था, only 6 questions you got it. वो 6 question के अंदर एक direct question था. ठीक है. So I think that, so this is the polar form of the CR equation. Now there is some properties of analytic function. These are the properties of analytic function. Properties of analytic function. These are the properties of analytic function. In this, I suppose first of all, there is an analytic function. I suppose this because अगर फॉर्म को हम एनालिटिक समझते हैं तो उसका प्रॉपर्टी लिखना है. तो अगर इसका प्रॉपर्टी लिखना है तो फर्स्ट वी कंसीडर द फंक्शन इन एनालिटिक. सो वी एनालिटिक. सो देन आई कैन से दैट दिस इज लाइक द CR इक्वेशन फॉर द न्यू CR u is equal to u y minus b. One by r dou v. One by r dou v. ये v है. एक u होता है, v होता है, v होता है, v होता है. ठीक है, दोनों u नहीं होता है. Right? So this is the properties of analytic function. So then I can write first one is that both real functions u comma v, okay, are harmonic functions. Are harmonic functions. तो हार्मोनिक फंक्शन का मतलब क्या होता है? We can consider DC electrical space, mechanical and electrical space, harmonic function क्या होता है? A function which satisfies Laplacian means here if u and v both are satisfying Laplacian means then I say this del square u is equal to 0 and del square v is equal to 0. Here both real functions u and v are high. So that boosts Laplacian. So इसका definition वही है. Any function which satisfies the Laplacian that is called as abstract harmony. Those who hold the equation. A function which satisfies Laplacian is called as a function which satisfies Laplacian is called as a function which satisfies Laplacian equation or Laplacian equation is called harmony. Is it clear? That is very good. Second point is that both u and v are called harmonic conjugate to each other. Called harmonic conjugate to each other. Both u and v are called harmonic conjugate to each other. Both we are called harmonic conjugate to each other. That means from this I can say if f of z is an analytic function, the harmonic conjugate of u is v and the harmonic conjugate of v is v. One real part, one imaginary part, and both are harmonic functions. That is why both are called as harmonic conjugate to each other. Here is the harmonic conjugate, both are harmonic. Now, generally for mechanical civil students, this concept will come in fluid mechanics. And for DC electrical students, so this topic we will be getting in electromagnetic fields. Okay? I will repeat this case first of all for mechanical and civil students. For mechanical and civil students in fluid mechanics, you will be studying about streamline function and potential line function. So streamlines and potential lines. Streamlines are nothing but this U and potential lines are V of the analytic. So streamline and potential lines both are harmonic functions and both are called harmonic conjugate to each other and f of z is analytic. The streamline potential lines के बारे में आप fluid mechanics में पढ़ते हैं. Same concept, same everything. Generally, the streamlines and potential lines will be perpendicular to each other. So here also the U and V are perpendicular to each other. So U and V are orthogonal to each other. For DC electrical students, I can say electric field lines, equipotential lines. Electric field lines and equipotential lines. So electric field lines and equipotential lines are harmonic functions. Okay, they are the harmonic conjugate of the same function that is f of z, which is an analytic function. Okay, electric field lines and equipotential lines. They will be always perpendicular in nature. They will be always existing perpendicular in nature. So that's what you have to understand. So about the U and V analytic. This correlate with your technical subject so that it will be easy to have a feel of this particular topic. So there is a method for this, method of finding analytic function. Method of finding analytic function. Method of finding analytic function. Then either path is given. Then either path is given. Understand this method. So this is done by Mini-Thompson method. Mini-Thompson method. The MT method is done. Mini-Thompson method. Mini-Thompson method. Mini-Thompson method. In this one, let f of z is equal to z. So we have to suppose that an analytic function, because here either part means what generally either part of the analytic function means either u or v, any one of these will be given to us, and using this any one of the part of the analytic function you need to develop the entire function, you need to write the entire function. So anyway you are supposed to find out an analytic function, so therefore initially we are supposing that f of z is equal to u plus I will be analytic function. Okay, anyway we have to find, anyway it is given that u or v is given that it is a part of the analytic function, so that is why we are supposing the function as an analytic function. So f of z is equal to u plus I will be analytic. So that means can I say ux is equal to v? Here equation goes to not, so ux is equal to v and u is equal to minus. If I suppose the function is analytic, then I can say CR equal to goes. Right. Now what is the procedure? So if u of x comma y, if u of x comma y is equal to, now first step is that find f dash of z is equal to ux plus I dx. Okay, otherwise, so second one is that now replace x by z and y by 0. So I think it's a waste of taking this if you want x comma y is given, because anything is given, no problem, but the procedure is f dash of z is given by this and replace x by z and y by 0. So then what would it be like this? Yeah. अगर ये f को जब x की जगह में z लेते हैं, y की जगह में 0 लेते हैं, तो राइट हैंड साइड पूरा z में आना और लेफ्ट हैंड साइड f dash of z. So we get f dash of z is equal to, तो राइट हैंड साइड में पूरा z में होगा, राइट हैंड साइड पूरा z में होगा. So that is going to be phi of z. That is going to be here phi of z. Okay. So we get f dash of z is equal to phi of z. Then what we have to do is that integrate on both sides. Integrate on both sides here. then we get integrate by both sides, then we get f of z is equal to integral of phi of z dz plus c. This is what the logic for finding the analytic function when I is equal to z. Then we get integrate by both sides, then we get f of z is equal to integral of phi of z dz plus c. This is what the logic for finding the analytic function when either path is given, either u is given or v is given. So this is how you have to Himanshu Kumar, you have to please take the point once more. हिमांशु मैंने 2 बार बताया, एक है सिविल मैकेनिकल के लिए, फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स के अंदर, फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स के अंदर आप ऐसा टॉपिक ले रहे हैं जहाँ हम स्ट्रीम लाइन्स और पोटेंशियल लाइन्स के बारे में बात करें. So the streamline and function and the potential line function will be harmonic functions, and they are in perpendicular relation. They are the real and imaginary parts of the analytic function. So therefore, the CR equations and all those things and this particular property is really studied in mechanical function. Okay, then we study the concept of harmonic function and then we study the concept of streamline function and potential line. Now, when it comes to ECM and electrical students, when it comes to ECM and electrical students, when it comes to ECM and electrical students, electric field lines and equipotential lines. Both are harmonic functions and both are the real and imaginary parts of analytic function. MBS क्या है? MBS में क्या कहाँ है? वो MBS में integrate on both sides. Integrate on both sides. ठीक है, integrate on both sides. The point one harmonic. हाँ, accept वो. That is why. वो point क्या है? पहले बता देना, मेरे को ये बार-बार बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप सीधा पूछ लीजिए ना. सर ये harmonic के बारे में थोड़ा डिटेल करेंगे. सर प्लीज डिटेल का harmonic function. जो भी हो, पॉइंट कोई कौन सी पॉइंट, क्योंकि मैंने बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स बोल दिया. चलो ठीक है, बोलिए. राइट, a function which satisfies the Laplacian equation. A function which satisfies the Laplacian equation. A function which satisfies the Laplacian equation. A function which satisfies the Laplacian equation is called harmonic. I think typical copy method. Definitely that means that ये कितने मार्क्स के आएगा? 2 मार्क आएगा. 2 मार्क आएगा नहीं तो 1 मार्क आएगा. तब ये करेंगे क्या? देखिए करिए ठीक है. What does the harmonic conjugate mean? मैंने ये भी बताया वो क्या है, एक ही फंक्शन का 2 पार्ट, एक रियल पार्ट, एक इमेजिनरी. अगर वो फंक्शन क्या है, दोनों हार्मोनिक फंक्शन हैं. सिंस दे आर रियल एंड इमेजिनरी पार्ट्स ऑफ द सेम फंक्शन, सेम हार्मोनिक फंक्शन, देयरफॉर वी आर कॉलिंग इट हार्मोनिक कॉन्जुगेट टू ईच. देखिए एक बात बताता हूँ. अगर यू हार्मोनिक, अगर ये del square u इक्वल साइन से लगा, ये भी del square v इक्वल साइन से लगा, तो क्या होगा? del square f of z क्या होगा? del square f of z क्या होगा? तो दैट इज नथिंग बट del square u प्लस आयोटा del square v होगा. तो अगर u हार्मोनिक है तो u और v हार्मोनिक है तो u भी 0, तो क्या होगा? ये 0 होगा. So that means when u is a harmonic and v is a harmonic, so then f of z is also harmonic. Right? Okay. एक harmonic function का 2 पार्ट है, एक रियल पार्ट है, एक imaginary पार्ट. Now, and these two are harmonic conjugate to each other of this harmonic function. So therefore, these two are called as harmonic conjugate to each other. Okay. Right? ये दोनों एक दूसरे को harmonic conjugate बोलते हैं क्योंकि they are harmonic functions of the same harmonic function. They are the harmonic functions of the same function. Okay. That is why the real and imaginary parts are called as harmonic conjugate to each other. ये नाम के वास्ते इसके कोई लॉजिक नहीं. Now anyway, so shall we do problem on this linear Thomson method, right? Okay, linear Thomson method का problem करते हैं. Yeah, जैसे question number 8. Question number 8 में क्या होता है? The imaginary part of this, so b is equal to b power x into x sin y. Okay, then plus y cos y is the part of analytic function. ये बता रहे हैं कि ये एक फंक्शन which is a part of the analytic function is given to us. Now we have to find out the f of z. So here v is given to us and we need to find out. Right. So अब क्या करेंगे यहाँ पर? V is given to us. So and it is a part of the unlike function of the nucleus size. So ये एक part दिया है, right? He has given one part of he has given one part of the unlike function. So that is V is given to us and he is asking the entire f of it. Then you see here heading is not heading क्या है? Method of finding the analytic function of it when L is participating. तो यहाँ पर देखो V is given and he is asking the function. He is the same thing one. So then we have to use this empty method. That is the empty function method. Now for meaning function method, what are the things we have to suppose? The formula must be unlike we have to suppose. So therefore CR equation, we understand that CR equation will be satisfied. So these CR equation can be used at any point of this method, at any point of this method. Okay, because we already suppose that it is an unlike. So now we find out the f dash of z using this formula. When we place x by z and y by 0, then we get the f dash of z. Okay, then to get the f of z from f dash of z, just you have to integrate it. That's it. This is a simple process of finding the complete function here. Now therefore, what I do is here, I just write that by unique function method. By unique function method. Right. So the f of z is an analytic. Right. The f of z is equal to u plus I is the analytic function. अगर ये analytic function form, तो CR equation को सुधारना, मैं बार-बार लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. So ux is equal to v1. And uy is equal to minus vx. Ux is equal to v1, uy is equal to minus vx. ठीक है, ये फंक्शन है. So now the first step है, वो the first step है, find f dash of z. So what is f dash of z? Is given as us plus I vx. But here we have the v. So here this v is given me. So we can have the vx and we can have the vy. But you cannot have this ux. You can't have the ux. But by using the CR equation, this ux can be replaced by this vy or not? Yes. So this f dash of z we can write it as ux is equal to vy plus I vx. vy plus I vx. So ये होगा क्या? तो ये है. So v by इसका डिफरेंशिएट होगा, right? So let's go for the differentiation. इसका डिफरेंशिएट dx होगा. इसका मतलब v by दो v by दो y. So थीटा x is a constant. X is cos y होगा, right? And then y cos y. So y cos y means it is u into v or not. So u into v means it is minus y sin y. Okay, plus cos y. So this is the v by 0. And then next step plus iota dx. dx means so we have to differentiate this with respect to x here partially. So now with respect to x means you understand this may be x or this may be x. So therefore this is u into v again. So u into v means here I can write this one as here it is e power x into, right? E power x differentiation is e power x into. So इसका differentiation क्या होगा? Just sin y plus c plus 0, right? Because it is u dash. Next plus here v u dash. So that means this into e power x. So e power x differentiation is e power x only, and we have it as x sin y as it is. Plus y cos y as this. Right? So this is what I have written. Now the second step what we have to do. Second step is nothing but u plus x by z and y by 0. Yeah? U plus x by z and y by 0. Correct? Then what you get is that f dash of z is equal to yes. I put x by z here, y by 0. So y by 0 means this becomes 0. So 1 होगा, ये 0 होगा, और 0 1 होगा. तो ये होगा e power z into z plus 1 plus iota into sin 0 0 and 0 into anything is 0. So that's it. Because everything is 0 here. So I got this one. So now I have to do the integration of both sides. Integration of both sides here. Then I will get f of z is equal to here integration of z plus 1 into e power z equal plus c. Now it is the integral of u or not? That is the integral of u. तो आपको तो पता है बेटा इंटीग्रल ऑफ u क्या होता है. So z into e power z इंटीग्रेशन का आपको पता है ना, e power z into z minus 1 है और plus 1 into e power z is e power z plus e. But now this then it is minus and this plus. This minus and this plus z get cancels and you have this answer is that f of z is equal to nothing but 1. So that is z into e power z plus e. This is our step of z. Hope you got it. ये तो सब कुछ बोल रहे हैं.
शिव शंकर
Use the first step. Find the best of it. अच्छा मैंने वहाँ से लिया तो देने का मतलब but CR yeah UX can be as V by क्योंकि हमको V दिया था तो V by V मान only can find so यहाँ पर UX तो UX कैसे आएगा नहीं आएगा तो but CR इक्वेशन को यूज करके UX की जगह में आप V by ले सकते हैं तो V by plus I लिखते हैं लेकिन वो अंडरस्टैंड बाकी सब पार्शियल डिफरेंशियल तो वो कैसा होगा मुझे नहीं पता ये पार्शियल डिफरेंशियल को करना है पेपर वर्क में ठीक है आराम से पार्शियल डिफरेंशियल करो तो ये आएगा ठीक है उसके बाद जो होता है V plus X by Z फॉर्मूला राइट ठीक है Yes or no? Did you got your point? बाद में एक्सप्लेन करेंगे हमें कॉन्फ्लिक्ट करेंगे हाँ रिसीजन आने वाला है and the most important point is that the campus recruitment will not be done and so at this point of time so as the unemployment is very heavy and those who are computer index and all those so people will be on the roads for the jobs because the corporates are cut down their intake corporate recruitment so exactly 50% they are cut down So that is why. So there will not be any recruitment for. And already going through उसको अभी तक उसका कुछ लोग हैं. There are certain people those who did not get the. See, they got a क्या बोलते हैं offer लेटर तो आया मगर अपॉइंटमेंट नहीं आया. ऐसा. So situation was very bad. And that is why I suggest all the students that don't rely on the corporate jobs and all the things. So better you stick to your field work. Okay, that means very well electrical. So easy का आपसे ये बात बताना चाहता हूँ. You say this information to all your friends. Very very important. See, the world has neglected the electronics field. World has neglected the electronics field. Only the China and Vietnam were and Taiwan were concentrating on the electronics. That's why they are the world leaders in electronics. Now, after the COVID crisis, so it is very clear indication that so what mistake they have done, everybody has realized that they are neglected the electronics. Because now it is the semiconductor chip season. आप बताओगे आप हर एक आदमी के साथ तीन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस है. जैसे समझो पूरा दुनिया में कितने डिवाइस हैं तो इतनी सारी डिवाइस के हर काम के लिए चिप जरूरत हो. हर डिवाइस के लिए चिप जरूरत हो. तो अगर चिप नहीं है तो काम नहीं होगा. So that is why you know that the future is of electronics. Now India took the lead and India took the responsibility for semiconductor companies, and now we are recruiting so many of electronics engineers into the semiconductor zone, and many of these like Tata and other companies are coming into semiconductor chips, and they want to rely on themselves for the production, effective production of the car industry. Okay, so that's why the semiconductor is coming in the business. So and even the example I will tell you, BEL, Bharat Electronics. Anybody knows about Bharat Electronics? Maybe you know it, but ये एक साल के पहले बहुत सारे लोगों को ये है नहीं पता है. मतलब वहाँ जॉब को जाना है वहाँ है बहुत कम लोगों को पता है. पर आप देखो पूरा दुनिया जानती है BEL बारे पूरा दुनिया जानती है. तो ठीक है, अब उसका ऑर्डर रेट बहुत है. उसका जो ऑर्डर मतलब ऑर्डर बुक मतलब उसका जो प्रोडक्शन के लिए बहुत सारा असेंबली मिला है. उसका प्रोडक्शन बनाने का डिवाइस डेवलप कर रहा है. और जैसे आप एयरपोर्ट में पता है सारे डिवाइस कर ऑल दोज डिवाइस है सब कुछ एवरीथिंग इज लाइक BEL. So now they are giving their services for even foreign companies, foreign countries also. So that means electronics is getting a huge efficient. पूरा दुनिया में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की तरफ सब सॉफ्ट. तो मतलब आप समझ लीजिए. तो वेयर वी आर गोइंग ऑन. सो कोरिया गिवन अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर इंडिया टू डेवलप ऑल दैट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड ऑल दैट इंजीनियरिंग फील्ड. मैकेनिकल
15 मिनट का बात.
कमजोरी दिखा मगर इसी इलेक्ट्रिकल और सिविल के लिए तो बढ़िया है. सिविल के लिए तो ऑलवेज भी है. बिकॉज मैं सिंपली एक बात कहना चाहता हूँ. टू एस्टैब्लिश द यूनिट्स फॉर इतना अभी DCPL में डीसी ट्रांसमिशन के ऊपर काम कर रहा है. तो इसीलिए तो प्राइवेटाइजेशन भी हुआ है. ठीक है, अगर वो बुरी तरह बात नहीं है. प्राइवेटाइजेशन भी इंजीनियरिंग प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए बहुत अच्छी चीज़ है. अगर आपके पास क्वालिटी है, आप एक अच्छी टेक्निकली यू आर सो गुड इन इंजीनियरिंग, सो बाय लर्निंग तो डेफिनेटली you can perform very well in your whether it's a corporate or whether it is a government sector. But you can perform very well because you understand exactly the complete sector of the what do you say. This is to improve your technical knowledge in your subject area, in your engineering area. आपके जो टेक्निकल नॉलेज है उसको इम्प्रूव करने के लिए आप मेरी को सबसे पहले ये बात. उसके बाद जो वो गेट हो, एयर हो, AAI हो, PGCIL हो, ISRO हो, जो कुछ भी. ठीक है. नहीं तो मैंने जो कुछ टेक्निक्स बताए ना इंटीग्रेशन से. So now I think you understood how to find out the unlike function when either part is given to us. When either part is given to us. Now what I suggest is that there is one more type of questions are possible, especially in the case of civil and mechanical students. This question. So वो क्या है? So that is finding the harmonic quantity. So now I will show you here is finding the harmonic quantity. So that means he will provide the real part of the analytic function and he will ask us to harmonic quantity of u, that means v. ठीक है? तो u देके v पूछता है, v देके u पूछता है. That is nothing but the harmonic quantity. So in this case, let's do a question here. क्वेश्चन नंबर 13 अगर आप क्वेश्चन नंबर 13 देखते हो तो f of z is unlikely. He said it is f of z is a harmonic mean. It is unlikely. Harmonic means unlikely. Harmonic means unlikely. So if it is unlikely means can I say ux is equal to vy and uy is equal to minus vx or not? Yes. So this is the right. So these are the CR equations. Actually because it is unlikely. And now so given u. So what is u? U is given as 2x squared minus 2y squared. Okay. And then plus 4xy here. Then he is asking what is v is equal to. So bu is given to us and he is asking the p. That is harmonic conjugate of u. So here v is understood as harmonic conjugate of u. Harmonic conjugate of u. Okay. So अगर आपको शॉर्टकट चाहिए सिंपल तो बिल्कुल तक होगा. अब ऐसा करो just what you do is that you just have to see that which of the following option is satisfying the CR equations. ठीक है. तो अगर u दिया है उसका dou u by dou x क्या है बता दीजिए. dou u by dou x होगा 4x plus 4y और ये dou u by dou y क्या होगा. So dou u by dou y means it is minus 4y plus 4x. So as per this harmonic function, so this must be is equal to dou u by dou y, right? And this must be is equal to minus dou u by dou x. Minus dou u by dou x. समझ गया? So dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y and dou u by dou y is equal to minus dou u by minus dou v by dou x. Actually, ये तो satisfy हो रहा है according to this analytic function. Right? Now you have to see. Anyway, you have to find the v. That v there is options or not? Options में है कि नहीं? Options में है. तो आप क्या करना? Verify CR equation with the given options. Whose dou v by dou y is this and whose minus dou v by dou x is giving you this. That you have to check from the options. Now verify CR equation with the options. Verify CR equation with options. With options. Verify CR equation with options. Verify CR equation with. So verify CR equations with the options. So आप पहला ऑप्शन देख लीजिएगा. ऑप्शन A, what is dou v by dou x is? So dou v by dou x is that is minus dou v by dou x. Right? So minus of what is dou v by dou x here is minus 4y. Minus 4y. That's it. Right? So here it is very clear. It is not equal to dou u by dou y. Okay? So therefore option A cannot be the answer. But if you take option B बेटा, अगर option B लेते हैं तो मैं सीधा ये लेता हूँ. So what is that? Minus dou v by dou x. That is minus of so 4y minus 4x. Minus 4x. So this becomes 4x minus 4y. See that 4x minus 4y is nothing but the dou u by dou y. It is nothing but dou u by dou y. So this is equal to dou u by dou y. Okay. So next I will go for dou v by dou y. So what is dou v by dou y of option D here? That is here 4x. ठीक है. So plus 4y plus 4. So 4x plus 4y means it is equal to dou u by dou x. So it is equal to dou u by dou x. Right. So since option D is verifying CR equations, verifying CR equations, we get what? Since option D verifying CR equations, so we get CR equations and option D is the harmonic conjugate of U. So here by using the CR equation concept, so it is very clearly understood. So please take down this. Option D will satisfy. Okay. Right. He will satisfy. Okay. So 4y minus 4. So that is option B. Option A. What is dou v by dou x is the answer. But if you take option B बेटा, अगर option B लेते हैं तो मैं सीधा ये लेता हूँ. So what? So how do you find out this iota before a iota? Or do you please understand here? See here. Right. So now let's start the complex integration. ठीक है? Complex integration में जाएंगे. अच्छा, कुछ points हैं before this. Let me write some points here. Okay, example. Let's say that here is what is the I to the power of I value of this, and second one is square root of I, and third one is cube root of I here, and then fourth one is 1 to the power of I, 1 to the power of I here. So how do you write these values? Iota to the power of I, square root of I, cube root of I, I 1 to the power of I. So find the value of. Actually, the question is that find the value of these things. Find the values of these things like this. So how do you find out this iota to the power of iota? Or if you please understand here. See, then I write this iota in the base as 0 plus iota into 1 to the power of iota r naught. Can you write like this? All of you? Right. So if I can write that, now what I wanted to say, for for this is cos theta, this is sin theta, right? So ये cos theta plus iota sin theta here, right? For what theta cos is 0 and for what theta sin is 1. It is pi by 2 1. So I can write this one as cos pi by 2 plus iota sin pi by 2 to the power of iota. Now, as everyone knows that cos theta plus iota sin theta is equal to e to the power of I theta, correct or not? ये सबको आते हैं e power I theta can be less cos theta plus iota sin theta here. So then I can write this one as e to the power of iota pi by 2 to the power of iota. Now the powers are multiplied and I square becomes minus and the answer is e to the power of minus pi by 2, which is a real number. See, it was a I to the power of pi, imaginary में था, but actually ये क्या बन रहा है? एक real number. ऐसे हम उसका value, actually what is the actual value of that term, which is imaginary. So further we use this concept like this. Okay. Now the next one is the square root of pi. So that means see here, can I write this way? Iota to the power of pi. एक मिनट कुछ पॉइंट अगर आप समझते हैं तो उसको हम आगे करने का यूज करना पड़ता है. तो take it just like how you see. This is also iota. See that यहाँ पर iota लिया. तो iota को हम क्या लिखेंगे? Iota को हम क्या लिखेंगे? e to the power of pi. So therefore यहाँ भी this iota is also to be understood as e to the power of pi by 2. So totally directly I can write like this. So this can be written this way and then it becomes e to the power of pi by 4. That is nothing but cos pi by 4 plus iota sin pi by 4. So it becomes 1 by root 2 plus iota 1 by 2. It is. Then again, can you do this question all of you here? So take it as a homework here. Take it as a homework. So third one you can do it because I did for square root, you have to do it for root, right? The next one is 1 to the power of 5. All of you, थोड़ा ध्यान देना. देखिए 1 to the power of 5. So can I write this one as 1 plus iota into 0 to the power of iota? All of you, right? Here, 1 plus iota into 0 to the power of iota. Now here, for what theta, the cos is 1 and sin is 0. आपको पता है कि नहीं? So cos will be 1 for even multiple of pi and sin will be 0 for any pi. So can I write the theta is equal to 2n pi here? Right? Can I write the theta is equal to 2n pi? Because cos will be 1 for even multiple of pi, 2 pi, 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi, finally. So therefore I write this one as cos 2n pi plus iota sin 2n pi. Can I write like this? So to the power of iota. Up to the power of I 2n pi to the power of to the power of iota here. Now powers will be multiplied and this will become e to the power of 2n pi. To the power of minus 2n pi here. So it is very clear that it is a real number. It is a real number. अगर वो real number है तो it is along the real axis. I think तो आप ये बताओ बेटा 1 by root 2 plus I by root 2. So this real part is positive and imaginary part is positive. So अगर real part imaginary part दोनों positive है तो ये first quadrant में बोल सकते हैं upper half of the plane. So ये होगा upper half of the plane और first quadrant. Upper half of the complex plane. Half of the plane. Right? ये है real number. So that means it is along the real axis. Right? ऐसा समझना. Real number अगर truly real number आता है तो that is taken on real axis. If you get a complex number, so based on the plus minus sign, so you have to choose that. Upper half है तो दोनों पे left side it is going to be minus for x, like real minus x. So or below the y axis, below the real axis means y is imaginary part will be negative, because it's going to be conjugate. मैंने आपको बताया. So anyway, so this is the way you will find out the values of certain complex numbers here. So I hope everyone understood this. ठीक है? n pi means, so what is cos pi? n is equal to 1 के लिए cos pi. What is cos pi? Cos pi minus 1. So therefore n pi cannot be written. It is written as 2n pi. It's not n pi. For cos it is 1, but even multiple of pi. It is not any multiple of pi. Okay? So that is why I took it here 2n pi here. ये देखिए log z को हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं? देखिए अगर मैंने log of x plus iota y लिखा समझो, log of x plus iota y लिखा समझो, can I expand this log a plus b? Log a plus b, ये कोई भी फंक्शन है, you cannot expand log a plus b. Log a plus log b can be log a b, not log of a plus b. So therefore what I do is, so if I do this, so I want this, so it is not possible. So then how can I write this one as z is equal to r into e power I theta here? So z can be written as r into e power I theta. So there this can be written as here log a plus log b. Log b here. Now log a can be written as, that is log r. I think this everyone knows now. Radius vector is under root of x square plus y square plus this iota theta can be taken to before log r. अगर ये iota theta log के सामने लेके आते हैं तो ये हो गया I theta log e. So here I theta log e here. But आपको तो पता है ना बेटा, सुनिए I theta सामने आएगा log e. What is log e बेटा? ये 1 होगा. So therefore there is no need of writing this, right? So just we write this one as here I theta. So I theta means तो theta क्या है आपको पता है? What is theta is बेटा? Tan inverse of y by x. है ना? So this is the log of x plus iota y value. Log of x plus iota y value here. Okay. तो ऐसा हम फंक्शन को लिख सकते हैं, right? So now in this case, so this is going to be a real part. And this is going to be a imaginary part of log z, right? X plus iota. pi. What is cos pi? Cos pi minus 1. So therefore n pi cannot be even. It is written as 2 n pi. It's not n pi. But cos that it is a real number. ये क्या है? Real number. अगर वो real number है तो it is along the real axis. Okay. तो आप ये बताओ बेटा 1 by root 2 plus I by root 2. So this real part is positive and imaginary part is positive. So अगर real part imaginary part दोनों positive है तो ये first quadrant में बोल सकते हैं upper half of the plane. So ये होगा upper half of the plane first quadrant. Upper half of the complex plane. Half of the plane. Right. ये है real number. So that means it is along the real axis. Right. ऐसा समझना. Real number अगर dually real number आता है तो that is taken on real axis. If you get a complex number, so based on the plus minus sign, so you have to choose that. Upper half है तो दोनों पे से left side it is going to be minus upper x, right? Real minus x. So for below the y axis, below the real axis means y is imaginary partition to even going to be conjugate. मैंने आपको बताया. So anyway, so this is the way you will find out the values of certain complex numbers here. So I hope everyone understood it. ठीक है? n pi means so what is cos?
अबे त्रिवेदी विला मैं यहाँ रहता था सायन में, बहुत दूर है वो, 2.5 किलोमीटर.
Cos pi. N is equal to 1 kJ. Cos pi. What is cos pi? Cos pi minus 1. So therefore n pi cannot be even. It is written as 2 n pi. It's not n pi. But so z can be written as r into e power I theta. So where this can be written as log a plus log b. Log b. Now log a can be written as, that is log r. I think this everyone knows now. Radius vector is under root of x square plus y square plus this iota theta can be taken to before log r. अगर ये iota theta log के सामने लेके आते हैं तो ये हो गया I theta log e. So here I theta log e here. But आपको तो पता है लगता, सुन लीजिए अभी, सुन लीजिए I theta सामने आएगा log e है. What is log e बेटा? ये 1 होगा. So therefore there is no need of writing this, right? So just we write this one as here I theta. So I theta means v. तो theta क्या है आपको पता है? What is theta is बेटा? Tan inverse of y by x. है ना? So this is the log of x plus iota y value. Log of x plus iota y value. Okay. So as a हम function को लिख सकते हैं, right? So now in this case, so this is going to be a real part, and this is going to be a imaginary part of log z, right? Now suppose if there is a question, right? Find the imaginary part of log non-root item, non-root item, ये पूछा है. तो आप इसका solution लिखेंगे, non-root item कैसे लिखेंगे? Now non-root item कैसे लिखेंगे बेटा? इसको तो log e, I का तो होगा half base e here, right? So that half can be taken to before log, so then it becomes 1/2 log iota beta. Yeah, right? Iota can be written as what? Anybody? Iota already you have seen it. Iota is written as e to the power I by 2. So now therefore I also use the same thing here. Iota can be written as here log of e to the power I by 2. Now go. So if you can't write like this, then what else you can write like this? Let me show you. So you can write for other. So can I write this iota as 0 plus iota e to 1 of where x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 1. So therefore this is nothing but half of right? Log of x plus iota y is understood as half of log half नहीं किया करता log of याद है तो यहाँ पर देखिए ये log of x plus iota को कैसे लिख सकते हैं log under root of x square plus 1. So log under root of 0 square plus 1 square plus iota tan inverse of y by x, that is 1 by 0. So log 1 is 0, log 1 is 0, right? So then you are going to get these are 1/2 of iota pi by 2, so which is going to be what? Iota pi by 4. Iota pi by 4. So now iota pi by 4. So iota pi by 4. So what is the imaginary part of this log root I? Imaginary part of log base e root I is nothing but here the imaginary part of imaginary part of iota pi by 4, which is nothing but pi by 4. This is the, so the number associated with the iota is the imaginary part, that is pi by 4. So pi by 4 is the answer for this question. So hope you understood how I written this by using a polar coordinate. Yes, please copy this. Please go to that first diagram of the complex. जाके देख लीजिए आ क्या होता है अंडर रूट ऑफ x प्लस y जाके देख लीजिए. Right? That's log of 0 plus iota into 1 their reciprocal. log 1 वो 0 आप बेसिक्स को याद रखना चाहिए, इसलिए मैंने डायग्रामेटिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन में बहुत अच्छा क्लियरली बताया कौन कौन क्या होता है, क्या क्या रिलेशंस है एवरीथिंग। थैंक यू बेटा, एवरीबॉडी क्लियर है?
और मेरी स्ट्रीम चेक कर रहे
अब करेंगे क्यों वाला भी अलग है बस ये होता है कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी डिवीजन we integrate the f of z dz along some contour. So then this is the complex integration. We have to integrate the complex functions along the given contour. एक बात क्या हमें integrate करना है? So now it can be written as f of z can be written as u of x comma y plus I v of x comma y here into dz क्या होता है dx plus I dy here dx plus I dy here. So then it becomes integration. अब मैं कितना बोल देता हूँ, अगर iota नहीं है, अगर iota नहीं तो क्या होगा? ये तो एक लाइन इंटीग्रल बन जाएगा dx plus dy plus dx plus dy ऐसा एक लाइन इंटीग्रल है। सही। तो अगर आयोटा नहीं है तो ये लाइन इंटीग्रल होता है। अगर आयोटा रहते भी तभी आयोटा को कॉमन लेते हैं कि आयोटा इज व्हाट इज द स्टैंडर्ड लाइन फंक्शन नंबर राइट। सो वी टेक आउट एंड वी डू द इंटीग्रेशन। सो इट इज वेरी सिंपल दैट अगर आयोटा हो ना हो इट इज जस्ट अ लाइन, इट इज जस्ट अ लाइन इंटीग्रल। ओके इट इज जस्ट अ लाइन इंटीग्रल। नाउ डू यू रिमेंबर इन वेक्टर कैलकुलस वी हैव डन ऑल द लाइन इंटीग्रेशंस? सबको याद है क्या? टेक्निक, शॉर्ट ट्रिक्स एंड एवरीथिंग जो याद रखना था वो सब याद है क्या? देखना हमने अभी राइट। So now the same line integral concept here also, वहाँ पर I नहीं होगा, यहाँ पर I होगा, बस same line integral. So अगर आपको वेक्टर कैलकुलस प्रैक्टिस किया तो ये भी आ सकता है। Now I do a question बेटा, यहाँ पर ये इंटीग्रल c z बार dz, right? Where c is z is equal to t square plus iota t from z is equal to 0 to 4 plus 2i, z is equal to 0 to 4 plus 2i. शायद आप remember, you may be remembering the basics of complex numbers, you may be remembering that. So z is equal to 0 can be written as z is of 0 comma 0 to ये क्या? इसमें क्या लिख सकते हैं? Complex number how you write it quantity form. So x units are x axis, y units are y axis. So this is the point बेटा, 0,0 to 4,2 वेरी करना है, राइट। अब देखो बेटा ये इंटीग्रेशन क्या बन रहा है? इंटीग्रेशन c x minus iota y i y into dz. What is dz is here? dx plus i dy. This is what you have to integrate. ये इंटीग्रेट करने के लिए आपको तो पता है जब एक ही इंटीग्रल लाइन इंटीग्रल तो x y में नहीं कर सकते, y x में नहीं कर सकते, तब क्या करना है? कंट्रोल को यूज करना है। तो कंट्रोल को यूज करने के लिए ये तो कंट्रोल है, ये हमारा कंट्रोल है नहीं, ये हमारा कंट्रोल। तो कंट्रोल से हम क्या समझ सकते हैं? कौन सी फॉर्म ऑफ कंट्रोल दिया? देखो z is equal to क्या होता है? Generally z can be understood as x plus iota y or not, right? Generally z is understood as x plus iota y. So that means then I can take x is equal to t square and y is equal to t here, right? So here it is x is equal to t square and y is equal to t here, y is equal to t here. Hope you understood, right? So now what I do is here this one dx is equal to 2t dt है और dy is equal to क्या dt है। तो x dx को इंटीग्रेट करके डिफरेंशिएट कर दिया ये। अब एक बार since y is equal to t, यहाँ पर can I say like this, y varies from where to where? 0 to 2. Since y is equal to t, so can I say that t varies from 0 to 2 or not? क्योंकि y is equal to t, अगर y is equal to t है तो क्या ले सकते हैं बेटा? तो अगर y 0 to 2 होगा तो t भी 0 to 2 होगा क्योंकि y is equal to t है। तो y लिमिट्स लो, t लिमिट्स लो, does not matter because y and t are same. So further we can cut. So अब इसके लिए सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे तो t is equal to 0 to 2 इंटीग्रेट करेंगे तो x is equal to t square minus iota t into dx means it is 2t plus iota into dt here। हम इसको इंटीग्रेट करना है बेटा, हम इसको इंटीग्रेट करना है। तो इसको इंटीग्रेट करने के लिए देखिए 0 to 2 राइट। नाउ ये 2t क्यूब
बर्तन धोने के बाद
और ये i t square हो राइट, i t square and minus 2i t square, so it is minus i t square होगा and then plus iota into iota, I square minus minus plus t into dt here. So you just have to integrate like it is t power 4 by 2 minus i t cube by t plus t square by 2 from 0 to 2. So that you will get the answer for this question. Okay, so I hope everyone understood that. So what do you have done? Shivam, you want to put that? Sir, tan inverse of 1 by x means tan inverse of 1 by 0. So tan inverse is 5 by 2, correct? Yes, 1 by 2, correct? तो सामने 1 by 2 है, सामने 1 by 2 है, तो 1 by 2 into 5 by 2 ये होगा 5 by 4. So it just याद आया पूरा लाइन इंटीग्रल याद आया और जी द लाइन इंटीग्रल गेटिंग रिमेंबर इट जस्ट रिलेशन ऑफ लाइन इंटीग्रल। होप यू अंडरस्टैंड। then मैंने थीटा कर दिया ये बताइए बिल्कुल सही दिया था then मैंने थीटा वेरी गुड। So I was not concentrating on the answer because you can do it all, right? I will be going for some other question. Right. So this question is that integration of c real part of z dz, real part of z dz where c is given as here mod z is equal to 1, mod z is equal to 1. सर लिमिट 0 से 4 भी हो सकता है ना, देखते हैं हाउ इट 0 to 4 कैसे होता है। वो तो t स्क्वायर है, t का लिमिट चाहिए होगा। अगर आप t स्क्वायर का लिमिट लेते हैं तो 0 to 4 लीजिए, ठीक है, 0 to 2 है। आप x का लिमिट यूज करो, y का लिमिट यूज करो, बोथ टू सैटिस्फाई। तो So you need to take the limits of P which satisfies both. ठीक है हाँ तो एक को satisfy करके दूसरा नहीं satisfy होगा that means you are taking the points which are not of that particular contour कुछ और contour का ले रहे हैं ये बस ये क्वेश्चन है
अभी आने के बाद में वहाँ पे मतलब पूछताछ करना पड़ेगा हाँ हाँ
No. So now I think you understood how to find out the analytic function when either part is given to us. When I yes Sivasenkar. So now the same line integral concept here also. वहाँ पर I होगा नहीं होगा यहाँ पर I होगा बस. Now all of you, what is this one? Mod z is equal to 1 can I say at least x square plus y square is equal to 1 or not? Contour कौन सा हो सकता है? ये तो एक लाइन इंटीग्रल. Contour क्या है? Mod z is equal to 1. So that is what x square plus y square is equal to 1. That means it is a circle. Having center 0, 0 and radius 1, radius is 1. Minus 1, 0 and this is 0, minus 1 and this is 0, 1 here and this is the contour is here. Always the line integral contour will be anti-clockwise orientation. ठीक है ये तो पता है ना आपको याद है ना लाइन इंटीग्रल को मैंने पहले बताया. So default direction is positive direction which is anti-clockwise. तो इसलिए मैंने anti-clockwise लिया.
अच्छा फिर मैं इधर अपना पीजी का पहले इंक्वायरी कर लूंगा वो नहीं हुआ तो फिर तुम लोगों के साथ हाँ ठीक है मेरा अगर पीजी नहीं हुआ तो मैं तुम लोगों के साथ में ले लूंगा ठीक है ओके यस अभी पहुंच अरे बाकी सब बढ़िया मेरा तू पहुंच गया क्या रूम हाँ घर पे बढ़िया है फिर वहाँ पे अपन के नगर में आना क्या आने
We are doing it, we are preparing it. Already I have given for the soft copy. So once I get the soft copy, so then I will give you a link for it. Okay? Just have patience for 1 more day so that I will provide you the key. Right. So ये question है. So mod is equal to 1 है. So this is the contour. So this contour is close to contour or not? याद रखिए. तो आप ये इंटीग्रल को हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं? Real part of z कौन है? So z is what? Z is x plus iota y. So what the real part of z is? X or not? It is not x. It's only x. So therefore I can write here x into dx plus I d1. है ना? शायद आपको लाइन इंटीग्रल की कॉन्सेप्ट याद है ना? ट्रिक्स टेक्निक्स देखता हूँ कितने लोगों को याद. Integration of I do it as x dx then plus iota integration of c s dy here. So this is right away 0. ये 0 है और ये iota 0. ये होता है सीधा area of region bounded by contour c. So that is nothing but 0 plus iota.
क्या कर रहा?
हाँ? r square.
क्या कर रहा?
So the answer is iota 5. Understood? Right. आंसर की आपको बात बोलूंगा मैंने सारे टॉपिक्स के लिए बनाया था और दैट इज अंडर प्रिपरेशन एंड दैट इज अंडर प्रिपरेशन मींस सॉफ्ट कॉपी बन रहा है बस तो पूरा बना था ऑलरेडी सॉफ्ट कॉपी बट इट वाज नॉट द गुड वन सो देयरफॉर हम लोग थोड़ा सा चेंज कर रहे हैं उस पे और एक अच्छी फॉर्मेट लेकर के आपके कल तक देंगे ठीक है सो दिस इज अबाउट दैट थिंग इज नाउ देखता हूं बेटा आपका कितनी हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव प्रैक्टिस द लाइन इंटीग्रल्स इफेक्टिवली विद शॉर्टकट्स टेक्निक्स ट्रिक्स उस पे और एक अच्छी फॉर्मेट लेकर के आपके कल तक देंगे ठीक है theta into I square minus plus t into dt here. So you just have to integrate like this, t power 4 by 2 minus I t cube by t plus t square by 2 from 0 to 2. So that you will get the answer for this question. Okay, so I hope everyone understood that. So what do you have done? शिवम तिवारी ने पूछा है कि सर tan inverse of y by x means tan inverse of 1 by 0. So tan inverse infinity 5 by 2. I by 2, correct? Yes, शिवम तिवारी, correct. तो सामने 1 by 2 है ना, सामने 1 by 2 है, तो 1 by 2 into 5 by 2 ये होगा 5 by 4. So it is just याद आ रहा है पूरा लाइन इंटीग्रल याद आ रहा है और the line integral getting remembered. It's just a repetition of line integral. Hope you understand. Default direction is positive direction, which is anti-clock. Now this answer is. Now we go for Cauchy. Now let me take that heading. That integration over simple closed contours. Over simple closed contours. Simple closed contour. ठीक है, सिंपल क्लोज्ड कंटूर मतलब क्या है? देखो कोई टू डिफरेंट कंटूर्स आर इंटरसेक्टिंग, सपोज कहीं ना कहीं वो इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है, तो मतलब वो मल्टीपल कनेक्टेड कंटूर, जैसे ट्रायंगल हो सो हॉरिजॉन्टल वन, वर्टिकल वन एंड हाइपोटेनस, दीस थ्री आर डिफरेंट कंटूर्स. सो ये मल्टीपल कनेक्टेड कंटूर है, ये सिंगल कनेक्टेड, ये सिंपल क्लोज्ड कंटूर नहीं है. ठीक है, ये मल्टीपल कनेक्टेड कंटूर है. तो यहाँ पर दो तीन अलग अलग कंटूर को एक कंटूर में नहीं ले सकते. इफ दे इंटरसेक्ट, डिफरेंट कंटूर्स आर इंटरसेक्टिंग, देन वी से दैट इट इज अ मल्टीपल कनेक्टेड कंटूर. If no other contours are intersecting, so we have only one particular contour without having any intersections with other contours, so then we say that it is a simple closed path. Okay, simple contour, right? This closed is simple closed path. जैसे सर्किल होता है, सर्किल होता है, तो सर्किल में क्या होता है? एक ही कर्व होता है, एक ही कर्व जो बनता है, ठीक है, और कोई कटिंग्स नहीं है और कोई इंटरसेक्शंस नहीं है. ठीक है, ऐसा समझ सकते हैं. एलिप्स होता है, एलिप्स भी वैसी है. ठीक है, एक ही सिंपल क्लोज्ड कंटूर है, राइट? That way you have to understand simple closed contour means, right? Now if you want to integrate over such simple closed contours, the very first integral theorem is that very important है, बहुत important है कि वो है Cauchy integral theorem. Cauchy integral theorem here. Now if you want to write a statement of it, please write down the statement and apply into the problems. The statement is if f of z is analytic in and on the simple closed contour C, then the integral C f of z dz is equal to 0. ये देखो, अगर आप कोई भी क्लोज्ड कंटूर लेते हैं तो कंटूर के ऊपर, कंटूर के अंदर हर जगह पे f of z एनालिटिक होना चाहिए. अगर f of z एनालिटिक है तो इंटीग्रल 0 है, बस. f of z एनालिटिक है तो इंटीग्रल 0 है. अच्छा, ये अनन्य कौन है? वो लड़का है ना, शुक्ला. तो आई थिंक हम देखेंगे प्रॉपर्ली होगी. राइट बेटा, ये बहुत बढ़िया इंटीग्रल थ्योरम बेटा. सिंपल पॉइंट है कि बहुत इजी टू अप्लाई, आल्सो बहुत इजी टू अप्लाई. अगर फंक्शन एफ ऑफ जेड अनलाइक है इन एंड ऑन विद इन द कंटूर ओवर द कंटूर, ठीक है, इट इज अनलाइक है तो सीधा इंटीग्रल 0 सीधा इंटीग्रल 0 होगा. ठीक है, राइट, सीधा इंटीग्रल 0 होगा. Now I will ask you one question here. Can anybody tell me the answer for this? Anybody, please. Integral C sin z dz. Sin z dz is equal to dash. Where C is some modulus of z minus 2 is equal to 3. Then those who don't know, please understand equation of circle. So what is the equation of the circle? Is modulus of z minus a is equal to r, where a is the center, and r is the radius. ये radius है और ये कौन है बेटा? Center. Please, those who don't know, please understand here. ये सेंटर है, ये रेडियस है. तो यहाँ पर एक सर्किल इक्वेशन दिया हुआ है जिसका सेंटर 2, 0 है और रेडियस इज ऑफ 3 है. ये एक सिंपल क्लोज्ड कंटूर है. तो इंटीग्रल से साइन z dz क्या होगा? आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रॉम ऑल ऑफ यू, प्लीज गिव द आंसर इन द चैट बॉक्स. देखता हूं हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर कनेक्टिंग द प्रीवियस एक्सप्लेनेशन एंड प्रीवियस ऑन द बेसिक्स ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑफ द बेसिक्स एंड यूजिंग इट एज पर द स्टेटमेंट. देखता हूं हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू कनेक्टिंग. गुड आनंद, गुड। शुक्ला साहब सही है। अंश भी सही है, ऐश्वर्या भी सही है। Yes, I think all of you are understanding it, right? So this answer is 0, right? So this answer is 0 by CID. By CID because unlike sin z is an entire function. Sin z is an entire function. जब entire function होता है तो सोचने की बात ही नहीं, तो हर जगह पर वो अनलिटिक है, कंट्रोल को देखने की भी जरूरत नहीं है। अगर वो क्लोज्ड है, फंक्शन अनलिटिक हर जगह पे है, तो सीधा सीधा ब्लाइंडली आंसर इज 0, right? And now I do another type of question here, that is integration of sin z by z minus pi, okay, into dz, where c is the modulus of z is equal to 1. c is the modulus of z is equal to 1 दिया। मतलब ये क्वेश्चन दिया है, तो पहले कंट्रोल को ड्रॉ करेंगे। कंट्रोल तो ये है, ये 0 है, ये -1 है, ये 1 है, और ये +1 है, ये -1 है, तो ये है हमारा यूनिट सर्किल ऑफ रेडियस 1 सेंटर 0। Now we have a rational function here. See, don't be blind when the rational function is there. Be careful. Now this particular function, whatever is there, can I say this f of z is equal to sin z by z minus pi is not analytic, is not defined. So not analytic here at z is equal to pi. But ये देखो बेटा, ये पाई नंबर जो है, what is the value of pi here? 3.14. आप बताइए कि 3.14 ये काउंटर के अंदर है बाहर है? तो ये बताओ 3.14 कहीं कहीं यहाँ होगा, है ना? ये हमारा पाई है। तो this function is not defined only at, I can say like this very clearly to make you understand this. Not defined or not analytic only at z is equal to pi. ये पॉइंट के अलावा सब जगह पे वो अनलिटिक है। अगर पाई होता है तो पाई पे तो फंक्शन डिफाइंड नहीं है, तो अनलिटिक नहीं है। मगर आप देखना है अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस स्टेटमेंट इफ f of z is analytic in and on the simple closed conversation, मतलब उसके ऊपर और इसके अंदर अनलिटिक है तो बस, अगर बाहर अनलिटिक नहीं है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। तो क्या करें? So now it's like it is greater than 1. So now it's like outside of the
Cool, Papa, it's 9.
outside of contour. Outside of the contour. So therefore I can say the f of z is analytic within and on the given contour. Hence by CID the integral c f of z is equal to 0. Boundary. Sorry beta, sorry. These outside the contour, so the answer is 0. Very good. Sin z cos z e power z ऐसा फंक्शन देते हैं, तो आप आगे मैंने बता दी where z is equal to pi मैंने ओनली बताया तो साइड ओनली द सिंगुलरिटी इट इज नॉट डिफाइंड ओनली एट z is equal to pi अगर z भी कुछ भी पॉइंट लगाते हैं तो sin z by z minus pi वैल्यू बिल्कुल डिफाइन आएगा जब तक फंक्शनल वैल्यू डिफाइन है तो वो कंटिन्यूटी है वो अनलाइटिक फंक्शन भी हो जाता है ठीक है मतलब ये sin z by z minus pi जो है वो डिफाइन नहीं है where z is equal to pi मैंने ओनली बताया तो z is equal to pi पे वो डिफाइन नहीं है ना तो मतलब अनलाइटिक नहीं है तो कहां अनलाइटिक नहीं है पाई पे तो पाई कंटूर के अंदर है तो फंक्शन इज नॉट अनलाइटिक अगर कंटूर बाहर है तो फंक्शन इज अनलाइटिक इन एंड ऑन द कंटूर ठीक है बेटा ये मैंने इतना अच्छी तरह इंग्लिश में पूरा लिखा है कोई भी नहीं लिखता इतना अच्छी तरह कोई भी नहीं लिखता आपको सीधा दिस इज नॉट डिफाइंड एट दैट पॉइंट सो बाय सीआईडी आंसर 0 बस हो गया इतना डिटेल पढ़ने के बाद आप माइंड नहीं लगाते हो क्यों बेटा मैंने यहाँ पर पूरा अच्छी तरह लिखा है और ये भी लिखा है यहाँ पर साइन z इज एन एंटायर फंक्शन बोले तो भी मैंने बहुत बार कह चुका हूँ यहाँ वहां नहीं है वो हर जगह अनलाइटिक है हर जगह डिफाइंड है ये तो बता दिया ना बेटा मैंने इसी को मैं पहले बेसिक्स करके मैं क्वेश्चन करता हूँ बेटा आप अगर बेसिक्स को जोड़ते नहीं अगर बेसिक्स को लेकर चलते नहीं तो हर पॉइंट एक डाउट है हर पॉइंट एक डिफिकल्टी है ठीक है ये बात तो मैं क्लियर बोल रहा हूँ ठीक है तो ये इतना अच्छी तरह हर पॉइंट ओनली ऐसा ओनली करके भी लिखा है तो इतना डिटेल बताने के बाद भी तुम्हें कुछ और सोचते हैं प्रॉब्लम क्या है मैंने जो एक्सप्लेन करता है तरीका जो एक्सप्लेन करता है मैं सिंपलीफाई करता हूँ उसको नहीं लेता कुछ और सोचता है तो तुम आउट ऑफ द क्लास ये नहीं होना चाहिए दिस इज नॉट इट दैट्स व्हाई आई एम गेटिंग एंग्री ओके ये ऐसा नहीं है तुम गलत रास्ते पे जा रहे हो तुम कुछ और कर रहे हो अपने अंदाजे से कर रहे हो ऐसा नहीं होता है मेरे अंदाजे से कर लो बिकॉज यू डोंट नो एनीथिंग आई नो एवरीथिंग तो मैं आपको पढ़ा रहा हूँ ठीक है अगर अपना अंदाजे से पढ़ रहे हो तो पढ़ लो कोई दिक्कत नहीं ठीक है जब मैं कोई पॉइंट बताता हूँ तो बिल्कुल उसी के हिसाब से समझ लो अनलाइटिक फंक्शन का डेफिनेशन पे जाओ देख लो अनलाइटिक फंक्शन का मतलब क्या है पीछे जाके देख लो तब आपको समझ में आएगा एंटायर फंक्शन क्या है पीछे जाके देखना वो बेसिक्स को आप करके इधर आए ना तो वो बेसिक्स को अच्छी तरह याद रखना पड़ेगा ठीक है तो आई फील सो बैड व्हेन आई एक्सप्लेन एवरीथिंग आल्सो सो वो उस दिशा में सोचते हैं कुछ और दिशा में सोचते हैं जो इररिलेवेंट है तो मुझे ये डर होता है कि यू आर आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स मतलब आउट ऑफ द कॉन्सेप्ट्स अगर आप इतनी अच्छी तरह इतना एफर्ट लगा के मैं कर रहा हूँ तो अगर आप सही यूज नहीं करते हैं तो इट इज 0 ठीक है ये एक है +4 होल स्क्वायर डी दैट इज इक्वल टू ये क्वेश्चन दिया है तो इसका आंसर क्या हो सकता है ठीक है तो no need to respond to my reaction okay nothing to worry so just you just go okay but when I feel pain that if you are not doing the same thing which I am taking which I am explaining then definitely I feel pain okay मुझे बहुत डर लगता है ठीक है तुम लोग इतना करने के बाद भी तुम अप्लाई नहीं करते नहीं आ रही है अब मैंने डांटना पड़ता है तभी तो आप सीधा करते हैं अगर डांटते नहीं ना तो अपने अंदर से ऐसे ही अपना मोड़ने चला जाता है तो इसमें डाइवर्जिंग राइट ओके ठीक है तो यहाँ पर आते हैं ये क्वेश्चन तो ये हमारा कंटूर है, ये है 0 और ये -2 और ये +2, ये -2 और ये +2 ये है मॉड्यूलस 2 है ना। हाँ तो ना अब ये e पावर 2z जो है तो z + 4 होल स्क्वायर ये तो बिल्कुल एनालिटिक नहीं है, एज लॉन्ग एज द न्यूमरेटर इज एनालिटिक हियर okay, nothing to worry about the numerator, nothing to worry about numerator, don't consider the numerator because that is already analytic, right? तो ये होगा बट ये एनालिटिक कब नहीं होगा, so is not analytic, is not analytic. आपके लिए मैं दूसरा क्वेश्चन कर रहा हूँ मिस्टर हितेश, right? So is not analytic, okay, if the denominator becomes that is z + 4 is whole square is equal to 0, right? But what is this? Z is equal to here -4 comma -4, it repeats 2 times, but this -4 is out of the contour or inside the contour. The -4 जो है out of the contour, so this -4 lies outside of the contour, outside of the simple closed contour. Okay, this is not analytic only if when it becomes only if the denominator becomes 0, right? क्योंकि न्यूमरेटर कभी भी analytic है, इसलिए चेक करने की जरूरत नहीं है, they are analytic function everywhere, ये तो हम लोग स्टैंडर्डली पढ़ चुके हैं. Sorry, so it is simple closed contour C lies outside of the simple closed contour C. So now you tell me, as the singular points are lies outside of the contour, तो इसके अंदर तो बिल्कुल डिफाइंड है क्योंकि this function is completely defined and differentiable within the contour here. So now here in the simple closed contour C here lies outside of the simple closed contour C. So therefore f of z is analytic within and on C. Hence by C integral C from Z is equal to 0. है ऐसा लिखा है f of z is equal to 0. ठीक है, राइट. मैंने आपको इतने सारे प्रॉब्लम्स करवा रहा हूँ और हर प्रॉब्लम में डिटेल लिख रहा हूँ, तो ऐसे टाइप नहीं कर रहा हूँ, तो इससे आपको बहुत क्लैरिटी देना चाहिए. ठीक है, राइट. कोई तो नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है कॉची इंटीग्रल फॉर्मूला. कॉची इंटीग्रल फॉर्मूला, कॉची इंटीग्रल फॉर्मूला. तो वो स्टेटमेंट क्या है, लेट्स से इफ f of z is analytic in and on simple closed contour C, simple closed contour C, and z is equal to a is an interior point of C, then integral C f of z by z minus a to the power n plus 1 into dz is given by 2 by I by n factorial into fn of a. So this is the Cauchy integral formula. ये क्या है मैं बताता हूँ थोड़ी देर में. अगर आपको लैंग्वेज समझ नहीं आ रहा तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा. आई विल एक्सप्लेन, ओके. दैट यू इट लैंग्वेज तो ठीक ठाक है तो समझ सकते हैं, अगर भी समझ नहीं आता कोई दिक्कत नहीं. लेट्स सी Cauchy integral formula. So what is this? Let me explain. If f of z is an analytic function, ये देखो ये पूरी सिंपल क्लोज्ड कंटूर है ना. अभी ये जो f of z है जो न्यूमरेटर में दिखा है, ये दो न्यूमरेटर में दिखा है. अब तो थोड़ा सी समझ, ये इंटीग्रल फंक्शन है, ये इंटीग्रल whenever the integral is of this form, right, then you have to check whether this numerator f of z is analytic in and on into closed contour C. तो ये सिंपल क्लोज्ड कंटूर C के अंदर लाइक f of the numerator is completely analytic फॉर्म. न्यूमरेटर के बारे में न्यूमरेटर न्यूमरेटर इज ऑफ फंक्शन. तो प्रीवियसली f of z क्या है, पूरा फंक्शन न्यूमरेटर डिनोमिनेटर वो मिला के हमारा f of z. तो यहाँ पर क्या है, ओनली न्यूमरेटर इज ऑफ फंक्शन. ठीक है, अंडरस्टैंड चाहिए थोड़ा सा. ठीक है, मैं देखो ऐसा करो, अगर ये तो इसको f of z बोलते हैं कंफ्यूजन हो सकता है ना, तो ऐसा एक काम करो, इसको फाई ऑफ z मानते हैं. ठीक है, ठीक है, ये होगा फाई ऑफ z. ठीक है, ये फाई ऑफ z है बाई z माइनस ऊपर है, तो यहाँ पर भी मैं फाई ऑफ z. ठीक है, तो ये जो फाई ऑफ z न्यूमरेटर है ये एनालिटिक फंक्शन होना है इसी में ऑन सी, राइट. एंड here this rational function is not analytic way. Can anybody say that?
दूसरा भी खत्म हो रहा है 10 मिनट का बाकी.
दिस z is equal to a जो है वो इंटीरियर पॉइंट होना चाहिए, कांटूर के अंदर ही होना चाहिए. अगर ये फंक्शन का जो डिनोमिनेटर का जो a होता है, so that a is not inside, then you apply CID का और इंटीग्रल दिया हुआ है, राइट. मगर ये जो डिनोमिनेटर में जो पोल है सिंगुलरिटी है, वो जो सिंगुलरिटी इनसाइड द कांटूर, तो तब क्या करें, so then I apply this Cauchy integral formula if this integral is of this form. ठीक है, now this z is equal to a, तो डिनोमिनेटर में आपको दिया जाएगा तो a होगा. This a is generally singularity of this entire rational function. So that should be an interior point of the C here. Then we can use this CIF and write 2 pi n by n factorial phi n of a, like phi n of a. N means n differentiation. First derivative, second derivative, third derivative. Like this is what the way you have to understand. फर्क बताता हूँ. प्रीवियस प्रॉब्लम में ये प्रॉब्लम में फर्क क्या होता है सर? ये नहीं होता. प्रीवियस प्रॉब्लम में तो a होता है ना, सिंगुलरिटी वो बाहर होते थे, मगर ये जो ये प्रॉब्लम में क्या होता है ना, वो अंदर होते हैं बस. ओके, यस. नाउ लेट अस टेक द क्वेश्चन हियर. दैट इज इंटीग्रल C. I have taken the previous question. I think you remember. e to the power of 2z by. So z plus 4 मैंने लिखा, z plus 1 whole square dz है. And where here the contour is given as mod z is equal to 2. Mod z is equal to 2. If this is the question is given. Yes sir. This is the question is given. This is the question is given. थोड़ा सा फर्क समझने में बस हम क्लास करेंगे. Then ये हो जाता है. Right. देखो. What is the this one is unlucky or not? Yes. Clearly ये unlucky है. ठीक है, तो ये हम समझेंगे कि फाई ऑफ z है. ठीक है, ये फाई ऑफ z एनालिटिक है, राइट. and what is this can be understood if you look at this this integral. So first of all, this integral is in this form or not? Yes, and understand what is a value here. So this is z minus of minus 1 whole square, that is 1 plus 1 formula. So therefore our a is equal to what? Minus 1. So this a is equal to minus 1 is an interior point or outside. Just tell me if this is minus 2 and this is 2, this is minus 2, this is plus 2. तो आप बताइए बेटा, ये minus 1 जो है ये अंदर ही है, इंटीरियर पॉइंट है. So a is equal to minus 1 is an interior point. Is an interior point of the contour here. And the phi of z is equal to e to the power of 2z is analytic here. In the given simple closed contour. आप बताइए थोड़ा सा समझ लीजिए ये क्वेश्चन और ये क्वेश्चन में फर्क क्या है। ये z plus 4 होल स्क्वायर था और ये जो a है ना इसकी कंपेयर विद दैट, इसकी कंपेयर विद तो व्हाट इज द पॉइंट a इज -4 है ना, ये -4, तो ये -4 कहाँ है बाहर है, तो हम CIT अप्लाई किया समझ रहे ना। बट इसमें क्या है ना ये जो a होता है ना दैट शुड बी इंटीरियर पॉइंट होना चाहिए। आई होप नाउ अंडरस्टूड द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दैट कॉम्बिनेशन, राइट। सो अगर ये इंटीरियर पॉइंट ऑफ द c है राइट एंड दिस इज an न्यूमरेटर बनाना भी पड़ता है, so therefore by Cauchy integral formula here, so integration of c e to the power of 2 z by, so it is z minus of -1 so 1 plus 1 z is equal to 2 pi I by 1 factorial of, so it's a differentiation of one differentiation because n is equal to 1, so one differentiation देखो n is equal to 1 here, so one differentiation n is equal to 1 5 dash of a, so y 5 is equal to e power 2z will be differentiated at n is equal to a. What is a beta as per this question? -1, so -1 put करना है ठीक है, -1 put करना है, so then I can say here this, then I can say here this, the answer is 2 pi I into differentiation of e power 2z is nothing but 2 into e power 2z, where z is equal to a is equal to -1 here, that you put it here, then it becomes -4 pi I into e power -2. So this is the answer for this question. Hope you understood all of you, right? So when the point, then when the a is interior point and the numerator is unlike, we apply CIF. Okay, numerator is unlike but a is outside of the outside point, then we apply CIF. That's it. Because okay, better good night. Tomorrow I will do the residual concept and I'll complete it and then I'll start the Fourier series and Laplace transform also to tomorrow. So Fourier series Laplace transform भी कल करते हैं और इसके साथ so कल ये भी हो जाएगा। और I have given meaning as notes लिख रहे हैं, so please also take the print out of it and keep it by that day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow I start the probability concept. So after completion of the probability concept, it will take 3 or 4 days to take. उसके बाद हम numerical methods करते हैं. So another 6 days or 5 days our complete method is going to take place. Right?
Whew.